All right, man, peace. You know, brothers, I'll say this. One way in which LeBron James has surpassed Michael Jordan is in clout. There's no doubt about that. And when I say clout, I mean having the ability to call the shots in regards to player personnel. Michael Jordan has never had anywhere near the clout in deciding who his teammates were going to be as LeBron James has. And that sentiment was confirmed proof positive in the way in which the LA Lakers were allowed to acquire Tyson Chandler. It's very obvious that James Jones, who acts as the general manager of the Phoenix Suns, and who it was very clear was placed there with the help of Mr. LeBron James, that James Jones assisted LeBron James in acquiring the big man help that the Lakers so desperately needed. Because one thing that we do know about LeBron is that he does not want to play defense. He wants to play no defense whatsoever. And whenever JaVale McGee got into foul trouble, LeBron James had to act as if he was the quote-unquote last line of defense and he was going to guard the center. You know how all these clowns on television, they tell us how LeBron James guards all 5 positions. Well, now at this stage of his career, where he's 33 years old, he's stronger than he's ever been. He has more musculature than he's ever had. One would think that it would be easier for him to guard the 5 spot than it was at any point in his career because, as these NBA television pundits tell us incessantly, LeBron James can guard all 5 positions, right? That's what they claim. Now, we know at this stage of his career he can't guard the 1 and he can't guard the 2. But you think that it'd be easier for him to guard 5s than at any other point in his career because, once again, he can guard all 5 positions, supposedly. Well, we know that's not true. And we also know that it's very obvious that LeBron James colluded with his buddy James Jones over there in Phoenix, the same guy who tried to badmouth Kyrie Irving last year during the playoffs when James Jones stated, well, I should say 2 years ago in the playoffs when Kyrie was still on Cleveland, where James Jones let it out that there was a point where Kyrie was not speaking to the rest of his teammates on the Cavaliers, and Kyrie even shot a little dart back at James Jones because we all know that James Jones is a company man in the LeBron James industry. He's a company man for LeBron. And it's just amazing that LeBron James can call up another general manager in the NBA and arrange for that general manager to cut a player to assist his own team. Because that is obviously what happened. And even this NBA journalist right there in the middle, Miss Jackie McMullen, she's going to confirm that in a joke. And oftentimes, because they're on television, they can't tell you what the real deal is. But they do let it out in joke form. So anyway, they're going to talk about it. I'm going to chime in.
The Lakers beating the Hawks. In my ear, I hear, moving on. The Lakers. That's the production control room. Lakers beating the Hawks just by that 1 point last night, thanks to the defensive effort of Tyson Chandler. Game-saving block right at the apex on Trae Young, sealing the win, pushing the Lakers over 500 for the first time this season. LA now 3-0 with Chandler in the lineup. Have back-to-back games allowing fewer than 110 points. It's too simple to say Tyson Chandler is the answer to all the Lakers' issues, but it's also kind of fun to ask the question.
Well, Tyson Chandler is the answer to the Lakers' issues when they're playing subpar teams. He's going to be the difference, and I think that he's going to be the player who's going to solidify their playoff chances. Because there was a point prior to them getting him that I was starting to question whether or not they were going to make the playoffs. Prior to this season, I had them prognosticated to win anywhere from 48 to maybe even 51 or 52 games. And now, right now, with Tyson, I think that he's going to give them some of the defensive amplification that they're going to need to make sure that LeBron James can get his rest on defense. JaVale McGee can use his 6 fouls and not be concerned about there being a gaping hole in the middle of their defense when he sits down. And I think that Tyson Chandler is going to win them at least 6 or 7 games this season because of what he's going to be able to do for them on the defensive end.
Well, he's been a great closer for him. Also, if you watch that free throw, the second one that LeBron missed, he got his chicken wing around Len and held him. Great veteran move, big-time addition for him, and he's back home. This is the first time he could go back home, and a lot of kids will be inspired by that in L.A.
Yeah. They needed a rim protector, and as fun as JaVale McGee is, we know he can't play a ton of minutes.
Sure.
So now Chandler can eat up some of these minutes. His expectations are minimal, and so he's probably already exceeded his expectations. So that is a great situation for you. And they do need some more veterans in that line.
Yeah.
And
Great guy.
And
everybody loves Tyson Chandler.
And I think to your point, yes, he it might ebb and flow for him throughout this season, but he's got to be so energized playing for this team and sort of all the lights and attention and excitement around it and playing with LeBron. After
look at that numbers. Look at those numbers.
Yeah, those numbers are incredible. Let me rewind that back a little bit.
Lights and attention.
Wow, they're top 5 in all the stats that count since Tyson Chandler got there. He's definitely going to be very impactful. The only question is, how many minutes are they going to have to play him in order for them to maintain this level of defensive efficiency, because he is an older player.
And excitement around it and playing with LeBron.
Look at that. Look at those numbers,
LeBron
too.
Tell James Jones to allow him to do that. Because they got some young guys in
That's
Phoenix.
true.
DeAndre Ayton certainly could get some great tutoring from him, and he let him go.
James Jones.
Isn't that interesting? This cat here, I believe his name is Marcus Thompson, he made some great points. One would think that you would want Tyson Chandler to act as a steward or a mentor over DeAndre Ayton. And yet you let Tyson Chandler go. Why is that? To please your master, LeBron James? And this is not compromising what he's supposed to be doing for the Phoenix Suns? If you're the owner of the Phoenix Suns, you should be calling James Jones into your office and asking him, who exactly are you working for?
Jones does what he's told. No, I'm kidding.
No,
Totally
come
kidding.
on.
That's a
Come
joke.
on.
Totally kidding. Totally kidding.
Come on, nothing. Jackie McMullen, tell her how it is. Let me rewind this back.
Come on.
Look at those numbers,
LeBron
too.
tell James Jones to allow him to do that? Because they got some young guys in Phoenix.
He probably told James Jones, look, you're going to release Tyson Chandler, or I'm going to release those nudes that you had with so-and-so's wife.
That's
Phoenix.
true.
DeAndre Ayton certainly could get some great tutoring from him, and he let him go.
James Jones does what he's told. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Totally kidding.
Thank you, Jackie McMullen. That's exactly what it was.
Come on.
That's a
Come
joke. Totally
on.
kidding. Totally
Come
kidding.
on. I'm sure that if Tyson wanted out, there's a point where
Of
just
course.
keeping him there doesn't seem to.
It doesn't matter if he wanted out or not, Rachel Nichols. Aren't you the same person who stated that even though Kyrie Irving wanted out, you would not have traded him? So just because Tyson Chandler wants out, that's no reason for him to be released, especially if he should be mentoring DeAndre Ayton. It's obvious that he was released by James Jones to please his real boss, LeBron James.
To be smart.
But anyway, we'll see how things go with the Los Angeles Lakers. I do believe that they're on the upswing, especially in light of the fact that many of the teams that I thought were going to be a threat to them, i.e. the Houston Rockets, don't seem to be that good this year. I want to see how the OKC Thunder look against the LA Lakers when they match up, because I do think that they're probably going to meet in the playoffs at some point. But anyway, peace.